Administrator. Dan's reminiscence about the being on Zoom on January 20th, 2021 reminded me that around 5 o'clock or so on January 20th, 2021, President Biden via Zoom swore in 900 or so of his appointees. And he talked about one thing, just one thing, and it was how he expected us to conduct ourselves in terms of how we treated each other and how we treated everybody that we came into contact with. And I will say that Dan exemplifies exactly what President Biden was talking about. Along with the administrator, Janet McCabe, he sets a tone in the agency where we are incentivized, driven to really bring out the best in each other because of the example that he sets. So. President Biden, I think he knew his audience. And speaking of knowing the audience, I do have all sorts of things that I could say about EPA and about the Office of Air and Radiation. But I really want to talk about you all because I was lucky enough to be able to be a sort of fellow traveler or maybe even an official member of EPN when I was in my previous job and to work with you all in that era when we were working very hard to try to yield as little ground as possible to the other administrations or the previous administration's agenda, which was not one that was focused on advancing public health, dealing with climate change, or protecting underserved communities. But now, under Administrator Regan's leadership and President Biden's leadership, we are in fact intent on advancing all of those objectives. And I think because of your all's long professional experience in the agency and in government, you have an unusual appreciation, in fact, a unique appreciation of what it takes to get that done. And so, to the extent that the network is continuing to engage on rulemakings and engage on our grant-making programs, which, as Dan pointed out, have been expanded significantly by the President and Congress. Your contributions to helping us really focus on what's doable and what is high leverage will prove invaluable. We, in fact, are in the sort of middle of the stream or in the middle of the journey in moving proposals forward to final in the transportation sector, in the power sector, and in the chemical industry, just to name three or four of the most recent proposals. But they're proposals. We have to land finals. And we will be getting a lot of comments. We'll be getting a lot of input. We'll be getting a lot of self-interested, both enlightened self-interested, not so enlightened comments. We will not be hearing from people who know what you know as longtime public servants in the environmental protection agency. So while I know that three of you are rotating off the board, I assume that you are not rotating off the roster. Volunteer analysts, drafters, and comments makers. So, know your strength, and please bring it to bear in support of these efforts. And with that, I'll turn it back to Michelle.
Oh.